Hello, my name is Dr. Bahar Bedi, and this is a presentation about Marc Chagall's stained glass windows at All Saints Church in England. As you get off the train in village of Tunbridge and walk through Kent's countryside, which is known as the Garden of England with never-ending green fields and farms, you come across a 13th century church known as the All Saints Tuley, which happens to be the only church in the world that has all its windows decorated by the great Russian artist Marc Chagall. Chagall began painting windows when he was in his 70s and continued to paint windows until he was 97. The east window at Tudley, which he painted, is a memorial tribute to Sarah Goldsmith, the daughter of a local landowner who lived nearby. Sarah died when she was only 21 in a sailing accident. Sarah had shown an early interest in contemporary art, and when she was 18, she traveled to Paris with her mom to see one of Chagall's most famous painted window exhibitions. And upon returning home to England, her sister said that Sarah couldn't stop talking about how fascinating these windows were. So when she died a couple of years later, her mother was certain that Sarah would have only wanted one form of memorial, and that was a Chagall window. Chagall believed that Bible was the greatest source of poetry of all time, and that he wanted to share images from the Bible stories. Chagall was initially reluctant to take on the commission, but was eventually persuaded. And when in 1967 he arrived for the installation of the east window and he saw the church, he said, "It's magnificent. I will do them all." So, over a period of 15 years, Chagall designed all 12 windows, and they were all installed by 1985, the year that Chagall died, at the age of 98. I have visited other sites in France and observed Chagall's other painted windows, but the 12 windows at Tully have such a wonderful story behind them, which makes them my absolute favorite works of art. The fact that Chagall wanted to transmit God's love to as many people as he could through his art is the most charming and heartwarming story of all. And after so many years of researching stained glass windows and traveling to numerous churches and cathedrals, I'm also fascinated by how close physically you can get to these windows as they are installed at eye level. The exterior of the church is very simple. It's a small building, and seeing these colorful and stylistic windows upon entering the church is such a nice surprise and definitely enhances the aesthetic values of the church. The bright and vibrant blues and yellows look absolutely mesmerizing when the sun shines through the windows. The restored medieval churches of England largely feature the signature design of Victorian stained glass artists, which is of religious figures and biblical narratives in a traditional form. But this church presents such a different version of those very biblical narratives that almost anyone interested in arts, Christian or not, can relate to and enjoy the prospect.